When you look at traditional relationships, supplier vendor relationships or retailer vendor relationships, in most cases, they're adversarial, right? I mean, they're fundamentally adversarial relationships. Typically, you know, as a retailer, you drag your vendors in once or twice a year, you beat them up on price, you try and eke as many concessions out of them as you possibly can. And what you're really doing through that process as a retailer is you are taking an equilibrium of risk, right? In any relationship, all parties share some risk in that commercial relationship. What a retailer is actually doing is they're shifting their risk to someone else. So by getting you to lower your price or give me terms or give me concessions, I am taking my risk and I'm now pushing it over to you. And we have looked at those negotiations as victories in retail, right? You walk out of the conference room, you say, I won that negotiation. But the truth is everybody just lost. Everybody just lost. Because now what's your vendor gonna do? Well, they're probably gonna go to their vendor. And they're gonna try and push that risk further down the chain, right? And eventually what happens is all parties become destabilized, right? All parties become defensive, trying to protect their own interests. And what happens there too is you wind up with a blockage in terms of information. If I feel we have an adversarial relationship to begin with, I'm less inclined to want to share information with you. And if I do feel I have information that could be advantageous, I'm likely to keep it in my back pocket and use it as a blunt weapon in our next negotiation, right? And so if we do away with this fundamental concept of I need to win, I need to beat you, or I need to shift my risk to an environment where we say, look, I can only succeed if we all succeed. I can only succeed if not just you, but your vendor and their vendor feel that they're succeeding through this relationship. So what we first and foremost need to do is let's start a digital ecosystem where we can actually share information, where we can share intelligence, where we can share risk and make sure that all parties are being, comfortably looked after. And it leads to different outcomes. Because now instead of just getting together and talking about cost, we can get together and talk about contingency plans, business continuation plans. What should we be stockpiling in the event that there's another crisis of some sort, right? What resources are there, labor resources that we could collaborate on to ensure business continuation?